Hi guys and welcome to Thunder Wheels, and today we have the 2022 KTM Duke 250 model, and thanks to Sai Service KTM Aundh for providing me this bike. So if you're interested to check out any of the KTM bikes, do check out the showrooms at Wakadewadi, Aundh or Bun Garden if you're staying around in Pune. So let us begin with the walk around, and right from the front you have this split style LED headlamp which looks really cool. And over here you have LED indicators. You also have LED DRLs on the side over here. Over here you have WP Apex upside down telescopic forks, and this tire, this is a 17-inch alloy, and the tire size, this is a 110 section tire, so 110 by 70 is the tire size. This is a radial tire. So about the disc, this is a 320 front disc which has a 4-piston caliper. The caliper is from Bybre, and you get dual channel ABS in this bike. So obviously you get ABS on the front and the rear as well. And from here you can see this bike has got a radiator which is big enough. So I hope there are no cooling problems on this bike. And over here when we see, you get Duke branding over here. So this bike today we have, which is in the silver color, and the frame, that is a steel trellis frame which is standard across all Duke, all the KTMs rather. And on the rear you have a monoshock, and the gearbox, this is a 6-speed gearbox. Coming on the rear side you get a sari guard and a tire hugger, and over here you have these nice grab rails, and the rear seat and the pillion seat. So now the seat height of this bike is 823 which is decent enough if you are a rider. If you're above 5.5 feet, you won't have issues in riding this bike. If your height is slightly lesser than 5.5 feet, you might have to tiptoe this bike. So on the rear, this is how the rear profile of the bike looks, and here you see you have LED indicators and this LED tail light on this side. Talking about the rear tire, this is again a 17-inch alloy, and the rear tire size is 150. This is a 150 section tire, so the tire profile is 150 by 60. And about the rear disc, this is a 230 disc. You get dual channel ABS, so you get ABS on the rear as well. And this is how the exhaust looks over here. This is similar to the Duke 390, and over here, see, the foot peg position is slightly inclined towards the front. These are not flat, and they are slightly on the rear side as well. So you get racing KTM badging on the engine as well, like all the other KTMs. And this engine, this is a liquid cooled engine, 248.8 cc engine that produces around 30 bhp and 24 newton meters of torque. And then again you have Duke 250 written over here, so a lot of branding has been done. Again you get this crash guard as well. So the ground clearance of this bike is 151 so you might have a problem on slightly bigger speed bumps, so you need to be careful about that. And you also get this engine bash plate over here, and I think that is a very good addition because of the lower ground clearance that this bike has. Now let us check out the instrument cluster of this bike, and let me get this out. So this is how the key looks. And okay, it says ready to race. Currently it is in the road mode. Okay, about that, the rear tire, this bike has supermoto ABS, so the rear ABS can be switched off as and when required. You can toggle it from the instrument cluster. I forgot to mention that earlier. So now let us have a look at the instrument cluster. You have a gear position indicator, you have a fuel gauge, the speedometer, engine heating. All the lights are over here. On this side, ABS light, engine malfunction, neutral light. This is the shift light, and then you have various modes: the fuel economy, trip time, trip to, side stand indicator, and fuel range, service, due service. Yeah, and that's it. All about these switches, so these are illuminated switches. All these are illuminated within this one over here. Then you have this pass light, high beam, low beam, indicators, and the horn. Let's check out the horn. Yes, this is a pretty loud horn, and the standard KTM mirrors that you get over here. Now let us listen to the exhaust note. So let me tell you about the fuel tank. This is a 13-liter fuel tank, the 13 liters capacity, and this is a metallic fuel tank. And finally, let's talk about the weight. That is, the curb weight of this bike is 161 kgs, and I think with fuel it weighs around 169 or 170 kgs. And the price of this particular bike at KTM Sai Service Aundh is 2,66,000 rupees on the road. So if you're interested, you can definitely come here and check out the. So yeah, that is with the video. And tell me, what else do you want to see from me? What more content do you want? Which other bikes or cars should I make videos about? So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe to that. And if you like this video, do share with all your friends. Till then, bye bye and stay safe.